In this tutorial series, we're going to learn about what is Git and how to use it, how to create branches, how to push them online on GitHub or on Bitbucket, etc. Okay, so first of all, let's understand what is Git. So Git is a distributed version control system for tracking changes in computer files and coordinating work on those files among multiple people. So think about it. In case if you're working on a project and by mistake you delete that project, it'll be very difficult to find that project in case if you've deleted it and if you don't have a backup. But if you have a version control system wherein you are committing each of your changes that you're making on a daily basis, and something that can track the record of the changes that you're making every hour, every minute, or on a single day, so that will be really useful for you and really save your time, as well as especially when you are coordinating with others, when there are different programmers that are working together. So Git is something that's really useful, and especially for the people who are not using it, it is definitely a really good resource to use. So let's just begin then. So Git does not have a central repository, but it does have a distributed repository, which means everyone who works on the project has their own repository. Okay, it is used for source code management in software development and keep track of the changes in files. It made collaboration quick and painless. Okay, so as in when we proceed further, you'll learn how to collaborate with others, how to go ahead and push your files and changes to the Git repository online or on your local computer, and how it's going to help you, whether you're working individually or you're working with different developers, multiple developers. Okay, so Git was created by Linus Torvalds, who was also the father of the Linux operating system, in 2005 for development of Linux kernel. There are a lot of people who are still using Git, and definitely they would find it really helpful when they start using one. And the best part is that Git comes pre-installed on Mac. In case if you don't own a Mac, if you're using on a Windows system, then you can always download it. Now version control is also called revision control or source control, and repository is a collection of all versions or commits of the project, along with some special information about individual versions. These special informations can be like what order did the change occur in, a description of each change, and even some other information who was responsible for these changes. So whenever you make a commit on Git, it tells you about the information about what changes you had made, what line the change was made on, who had made those changes, and the description about it. And the act of telling the system that the particular version is finished is called committing. Okay, which is why versions can also be referred as commits. Now, version control system gives you a set of tools to review your committed project history, ability to switch between versions, and GitHub is like a social network to share your repository publicly or privately, where people can submit their own comments and create a pull request. So basically, GitHub, you have the Bitbucket. So these are basically the social network where you can store your repository and you can share with others, so you can keep it private as well. Okay, so in the next video we're going to learn about how to install Git and how to use it. Okay, see you then.